Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Friday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio studios in beautiful New Jersey, in an undisclosed location and cross-continent in Beverly Hills, California. It's Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils massacred the Detroit Red Wings on Black Friday, 5-4 in the Motor City. Lots to talk about, lots of scoring, lots of drama. Scotty, after Wednesday, relief. The Devils won.
Yeah, definitely relief, I think, for some Devils fans, but in reality, don't worry, guys. Wednesday was just one game. This is a completely different team here who knows how to react to things a lot better than they did in the past, and with the leadership, like we talked about, of Mr. Sheldon Keefe Richards, this team is pointed in the right direction. So welcome, Sam. Hope you had yourself a nice Thanksgiving. I hope everyone out there had themselves a nice Thanksgiving yesterday. Maybe getting some of the shopping deals going and all that sort of fun stuff here on a blackened Friday. Well, we got some good Devils action going on that we're going to talk about. So what's up, YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and X and everywhere else? We are on the road back to Detroit, Michigan. It's going to be the Devils power play, one of the top ranked power plays against the league worst penalty kill. Can the Devils bounce back after getting shut out? Markstrom's back in net. Revenge, I know, was all on their mind after the last Detroit game, especially with the hits. Rasmussen on Jack Hughes late in the game. You knew where the Devils' mind. Well, you were wondering where the Devils' minds were going to be, because in the past, this team has just let things like that slide. Well, this is a completely different team this year. And welcome back, Timo Meier, to the lineup after a one-game suspension. Nolan Foote, if you didn't hear, reassigned to the AHL. So let's get to it in the first period. Dylan! Oh, man. Yeah, all right. So I'm battling a little bit of a cold here, so I'm going to try that one more time. Got my tea that I'm sipping on here, so all right. Thanks, sweet
UTI?
Ozzy.
Is it UTI?
I got a UTI as well right now, yeah. So thanks, sweet Ozzy. I'm not Sam Wu and having to do some football calls, but let's try that one more time. Dylan! You son of a bitch. Brendan Dillon starts the game out in the way that every Devils fan was hoping, with a little revenge on Rasmussen. Knocking him through the bench door there, sending a message. Okay, he took a cross-checking penalty. I get it where some fans might not be happy with that. I'm totally fine with it, because they were sending a message that they're not going to let things like that go. And they are going to remember. They're taking some numbers. And they are going to collect when the next game comes around. So Brendan Dillon sends an early message. I know Big Mac was back in the lineup. I personally like seeing that, because I know he may not be the most offensive player and he may not play big minutes, but when Big Mac is in the lineup, other teams are definitely looking over their shoulder. So the scoring started early. On that power play. Unfortunately, the Devils' penalty kill, which has been stellar so far this year, they can't get the kill, and Vladimir Tarasenko gets the PPG power play goal near the end of the power play. Gets his third of the year to put the Red Wings on top 1-0 at 3:41 of the first period. And here, Brett Pesce just kind of got pulled a little bit towards his opposite side. And then the Red Wings passed the puck. I think it was Petrie passed it back over to Tarasenko. And then Pesci tried to quickly get back to his side. And when he did, he went a little bit too far. Siegenthaler was on his man in front, and it kind of created a nice shooting lane there. Pesci went down and tried to do his thing, blocking the shots, which we know he has been an absolute beast with. But this one went. It was a good shot, though, I got to say. High, far side, that's right. And Tarasenko, we know he's a little bit up there in age now, but the dude has always had a nasty shot. He was able to kind of walk in a little bit and then get that lane in between Pesci just a little bit over, and Siegenthaler, who was on his man. So 1-0 Detroit Red Wings early on. And then Rasmussen, he was getting, heckled and everything else, however you want to say it. He was getting pestered by the Devils, and he realized he needed to answer the bell. And you know what? He didn't want any piece of Brendan Dillon or Curtis McDermott. So he dropped the gloves there with Ovechkin in the corner. It was more of just kind of an awkward wrestling match. They go down, and apparently that is now put into the past. He stepped up, he answered the bell. Again, maybe not against, Ovechkin's got a couple of fights on his tally this year so far. I think three, right? 3 or 4. But either way, Rasmussen, smart man. He did not want any piece of Brendan Dillon or Big Mac. So he drops gloves there, and now the Devils can kind of focus in on the game, because it did seem like at first their whole thing was go get Rasmussen, because he hit Jack Hughes there late in the last game between the Red Wings and the Devils. And then the man who we could all look in hindsight and say, damn, why didn't we draft him instead of Alexander Holtz? Because they were a twofer over in Sweden when they were playing together as they were coming up, and they were both highly touted prospects. But Lucas Raymond is really developing into something quite special over there in Detroit. And he gets the second goal of the game, his 7th of the year, on a wraparound attempt at 9:22 of the first period. This was I got to check. I don't know if they actually, because I saw a couple replays. What I thought happened was, it's a wraparound attempt. Raymond comes, and I don't know if it hit off of someone's skate or equipment, but what I thought happened was Markstrom had his stick down on the ice, and when Raymond tries to wrap it around, the puck hits the stick, or it hit a skater or a leg or something. I'm not really sure, but it popped up in the air, and then it hits Markstrom on the shoulder and deflects backwards into the net. So kind of a tough one there to put on Marky. Both of them, the first power play and the Raymond goal over there. And to be quite honest with you, for a goaltender that surrendered, we'll say that, because I don't know if any of these goals were really like, oh, Markstrom would want to have that one back, for a goaltender that surrendered 4 goals, in my opinion, he was one of the stars of the game. Him and Talbot, both, this game probably could have been like 8-7 or 9-8 by the end if it wasn't for Talbot and Markstrom just standing on their heads throughout. So Raymond gets the goal. Devils are down 2-0, and it's like, hey boys, let's go. Let's get refocused here. We had the fight. We're down 2-0. We got a game. Let's get our senses on winning. Because the physicality is always great, but the biggest FU back to the Detroit Red Wings is beating them, avenging that loss from a couple weeks ago. And the Devils started to get a good surge there. Andre Palat had a beauty of an opportunity. Timo Meier hit the post. Ovechkin had a big bomb from the point that was like just a foot wide. No one could tip it. So they were starting to get opportunities. And then Paul Cotter drew a penalty, a tripping call over there in the corner, which put the Devils on the PP. And we know this power play has been absolutely lethal throughout this year. I don't know where I believe they started the game 3rd in the league. They may be up to 2nd. I'll have to ask the official statistician of Devils After Dark, Max, if he's got any updated standings there in the PP. But the Devils go on the power play, and I'm sorry. What's that? Oh, it is okay. All right. I have Mrs. Wu in my ear right now, and she is letting me know that we need to go on scene to the bunker in the undisclosed location in New Jersey to the Let's Go Devils podcast studios for this Devils After Dark game update with the king of the football calls, Sam. By God. Woo!
This game update is brought to you by And Crew Brew. And Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. We're in Motor City, baby, at the Pizza Arena. Devils driving down the ice. 3rd and goal. In power formation. Heischer under center. Hamilton at halfback. The puck is snapped from Hughes. Heischer hands off to Hamilton. He powers through the line. Touchdown Devils! Touchdown Devils! Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Hamilton spikes the puck. Devils down 2-1. Are you ready, New Jersey? Woo!
Woo! Love that. Get the Motor City and the Slim Shady reference in there. Very, very nicely done. Sam, woo, you continue to impress each week. You not only say you're the king of the football, you're like the Jack Hughes of football calls over here. You know? You might be the first 100-point
No.
call.
I got good shoulders.
Player.
I got good
Oh, you
shoulders.
got good shoulders. Woo! What a football call by the legend right there. He's quite a catch, although Mrs. Wu has already reeled him in. Sam Wu. That's right, Dougie. No, I don't need no Flutie Flakes. Hamilton gets his 4th goal of the season, a PPG power play goal for your New Jersey Hockey Devils. And it took all of 8 seconds on that power play. Yes, 8 seconds into the power play, the Devils score over there to make it 2-1. And this was Jack Hughes, driving down the far side wing. And what he's trying to do is actually set up the captain, Nico Heischer, in the center slot position. And when he goes and passes the puck there, Nico's ready to do a little one-time action. And Mott from Detroit actually makes a really good defensive play, and he knocks the puck away, breaks up that pass, but it goes right to Dougie Hamilton. So Dougie then kind of does a little walk-in, step around, and now he's got himself a lane, and he just lets a laser beam go. That kind of does a little clink-clang around, hits off the post and in. At first, you're like, did I cross the goal line? Oh, it crossed the goal line. However, the Red Wings decide that they want to challenge this goal. Why? Because our man Stefan Nason, who we know is one of the best screeners in the league right now, and just an absolute beast in that bumper position on the PP1. I don't even know after watching the replay if he does actually make contact with Talbot. But here's the thing. Cam Talbot is playing his angles, but he's outside the crease. And Stefan Nason is skating across to do his screen. And you can see, like when you watch the overhead, Stefan Nason, he doesn't jump, trying to do the screen. He doesn't jump towards Talbot or straight on. He actually jumps like he's trying to avoid Cam Talbot in this situation. And if they did make contact, it was ever so subtle. But the Red Wings with their worst penalty kill in the league against the Devils' third best power play in the league, say, yeah, that's a good one we should challenge. Probably not a smart idea, because if you don't win that challenge, and it was quite a questionable one, it was no slam dunk that you were winning this challenge. I mean, looking at it, you're just like, that doesn't seem like goalie interference at all, because Talbot, he wasn't really obstructed other than the screen, the legal screen. His view was obstructed, but his body, his stick, his pat, there was nothing holding him back there from making the save. He just didn't see the puck because Dougie let a laser beam go, and Stefan Nason did a great job getting in front when the puck was coming. So the Red Wings make a curious decision that every Devils fan's like, yeah, go ahead. Why not? Challenge that one. We know Toronto hates us, but this one, we were pretty sure was going to go our way, and it did. And by the way, kudos to Mr. Ken Danico there. Did anyone catch that slip of the tongue by Dano when he said, yeah, I know, sometimes Toronto gets it right. He's like, I mean, most of the time Toronto gets it right. Don't worry, Dano. We're all right there with you. We know Toronto has it in for our boys. But this time they do get it correct, and there is no goalie interference, which means delay a game penalty on those Red Wings, and the Devils go right back to the power play. And we had a little scary moment right at the beginning because Jesper Bratt, normally very sure-handed, and doesn't give up a lot of turnovers or something like that. He does create a turnover here where Tyler Mott is skating in all alone on a breakaway to start out this power play. And Jacob Markstrom shuts him down once on the initial shot and then the rebound as well, because that would have been a huge momentum changer in this game. Devils just got the power play goal. Now they're going right back on it with the, the missed challenge there by the Red Wings. And if they get a shorty, now they're up 3-1 instead of the potential of the Devils tying it on this power play. So good on Jacob Markstrom. That's what I'm saying. By the end of this game, to me, I knew him and Talbot weren't going to get one of the 3 stars of the game because of the goal total. But seriously, this game could have easily been 8-7, 9-8 with the amount of opportunities, amount of quality opportunities, I will say, because I think both teams didn't even cross the 30-shot level there. But the quality opportunities were there throughout the game. So Markstrom makes 2 big saves there, and then the Devils go back the other way. And you know what? This power play was miserable. For about the first, $130 of it, the Devils had nothing going whatsoever. And then finally, the PP2 unit gets set up inside the zone. You got Luke, you got Tatar there at one side, you got Luke at the other, you got Timo Meier back in the game, back on the team after the suspension, doing the little triangle action. Okay, Tatar is going to pass over to Luke, and then Luke at the point makes a beauty of a no-look pass. The Timo Meier low on the wing shot, and Timo lets a rocket slapper go, and it gets tipped by one of the Red Wings defensemen who was in front, and the puck kind of goes whoop up a little bit and right past Talbot. And look at that. Welcome back, Timo Meier. All right, hang on. One second. Let me recharge the throat there. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me goals with Timo Meier. Ooh, yeah. Timo with his 8th of the year. Welcome back, buddy. Power play goal, PPG at 18 minutes of the first period. Is now tied up 2-2. Luke Hughes gets the primary, his 5th. And then Tatar, who this was basically the last we were going to see of Tomas Tatar, because he did suffer an injury and did not return to the game early in the second. But it puts the Devils tied up. They have come back, and now it is 2-2 nearing the end of the first period. And what happens at the end of that first? That was the double minor at the end of the first, right? Oh, no, that was the end of the second. I'm sorry. The Devils, oh, no, Palat took a penalty right there at the end. The hooking against Casper, right? So the Devils going back on the penalty kill, overlapping into the second period. And that is when the Red Wings decided that, hey, you know what? We're going to take the lead right back over here. The Devils technically kill off that penalty, but the Wings score just after it expires. Tyler Mott, it's his first goal of the season, deflecting the big blast from Ben Sherratt from the point that gets past Markstrom. Nice tip there by Mott to get his first goal as a Red Wing, I do believe, to put the Wings back on top. 3-2 in the second period, 1:26 in. So, again, all three of these goals so far, don't know if you want to stick any of them on Markstrom. You got the power play goal, you got the redirections, it was a tough one on him. Again, Markstrom and Talbot made a number of huge, huge saves. And speaking of that, Markstrom followed up that with a big save on another redirection. This was another big shot going towards the far side, and then I don't remember which Red Wing in front tips it and shoots it back the opposite way. Markstrom is down on his knees there, and he's able to kick his leg out and make the save. Huge, huge. Again, would have been a massive momentum change if the Red Wings were able to go up 4-2. Timo took a slashing call right after that, so the Devils on the PK. Another massive save by Jacob Markstrom, this time on Lucas Raymond, who had himself a game. He was all over the place. But Markstrom was good and ready for this one. Raymond with the big blast, and Markstrom coming across from one side to the other, gets it with the blocker. Devils kill off that penalty, and then the captain strikes once again. He's getting hot. He's heating up like NBA Jams, Super Nintendo back in the day. He's heating up. Hang on, I got to do a little more. I got to feel my throat going. There we go. Nico Hischier gets his team-leading 14th goal of the season at 11:10 of the second period. Timo Meier here makes up for that slashing call that he takes, battling along the boards with, I think it was with Ben Sherratt, actually. And the puck was just, no one could get possession of it, it seemed like. They're back and forth. And in that time, Nico is able to kind of like loop around and start heading back towards the net. And Sherratt tries to move away. Or maybe it was Petrie, I can't remember. Is trying to move away. But again, they don't have full possession of that puck. They kind of leave it in between their legs, and Timo goes and grabs it. And then he's able to feed Nico Hischier, who snaps it past the blocker of Cam Talbot, like I said, for his team-leading 14th goal of the year. And wouldn't you know, it's a 5-on-5 goal. The first one the Devils have scored against the Red Wings this year. All their other goals were special teams goals, power play goals. So the captain leading the way at 11:10, his 14th from Timo, his 9th assist, and Kovacevic, his 8th assist of the year to tie it up once again, 3-3. The comeback kids, just like last year. And then right after that, Lucas Raymond hits the post. And I wrote it down right here. Wish we drafted him over Holtzy, because they were that dynamic duo over there in Sweden playing together when they were coming up. And both of them obviously were highly touted prospects. I think Holtzy's got 1 goal so far this year for Vegas. So obviously we've talked about this numerous times, but I believe Fitzy made the right choice. And best of luck to Holtzy, because the kid does have a rocket of a shot. And he does have potential. He's just got to put all the tools together the way Lucas Raymond is already doing it. So get a little luck there. Raymond hits the post, and then the Devils start bringing the onslaught onto Cam Talbot. They are hungry for another goal, before the period is up, and they want to take the lead, and that is what they do. Stephen Nason gets an unassisted goal, his 11th of the year, off his knee. Oh, that's right. And you got to say kudos to Cam Talbot here because he stopped, it was either 4 or 5 opportunities right in front of him before the puck goes in from Nico. I think Luke Hughes had a shot on goal there as well. And, Nason, and then Nico, then Luke, and then Nason was chopping at it again. It was all this little scrum action happening right in the crease area. A number of shots. Talbot made a bunch of saves, and then the puck is kind of sitting to his, his left. Yeah, I think it was his left. And he can't get to it, and Kopp is there, and he goes to try to clear it. And as he's clearing it, Stephen Nason's getting taken down. And Kopp just goes with a backhand, and he sweeps it right into the knee of Stephen Nason as he's falling, poof, into the net. Why don't you go ahead and try and challenge that one as well, Detroit? Oh, that's right. You can't because you lost the first one. And there you go. Devils go up 4-3. Unassisted goal because it was Kopp, hitting it into Nason's knee right there. But really, assist could go to Nico Hischier and Luke Hughes on that one. And Stephen Nason, what a force he has been in front of the net, providing the screen on the Dougie goal. Now here, just hard work. And he gets one, he gets a little puck luck going his way. So good for Nace. Man, so glad to have him back on that. Very, very under the radar signing. But 11 goals already from Stephen Nason. A whole bunch of grit and attitude. He's exactly what this team was missing last year. Besides the whole coaching situation and all that stuff. But either way, 4-3 at 16:49 of the second period. Devils go on top. And then right at the end, this is where it happened. Nico Hischier takes a high stick and, drew a little blood there. You know what that means? 4-minute double minor to start the third period. That's right. It happened just as the period expired. And the Devils go back on the power play to start things off. Now, the first half of that double minor, Devils didn't get too many good chances, and it looked like, maybe Detroit's going to get a little momentum here and kill some things off. But, no. What is that? I have Mrs. Wu again in my ear. And, yeah, okay, all right, will do. Yes, it appears we're going to have to go back to the Let's Go Devils studios for another game update. This Devils After Dark game update with the king of the football calls himself one more time. Give it up for Sam. By God. Woo!
This game update is brought to you by Crew Brew. Crew Brew, where we share winning memories together, one crew at a time. Back to Motor City. Devils up 4-3. Driving down the ice. Going for the jugular. Hamilton out of the shotgun. Calls it audible. Bratt slaps the puck. Hamilton back to pass. He finds Jack Hughes to the 5. Touchdown, Devils! Touchdown, Devils! Jack Hughes throws the puck into the crowd. This ain't Hockey Town. It's Detroit Suck City. Devils up 5-3. Are you ready, New Jersey? Woo!
Suck City. Okay. Wow. I haven't heard that one before. Wow, Sam Wood.
It's a Let's Go Devils podcast original.
Okay, well, make sure to trademark that immediately because It'll get stolen. It'll get stolen, Sam Wu. Suck City cannot get stolen from Sam Wu. Oh, man. Wow. He does. You see what happens when he puts that helmet on? The genius just gets squeezed out of his head because we all know that helmet is going to crack at some point or another because it's so damn small. But 2 absolutely beautiful football calls from our man Sam Wu. Yes, Jack Hughes gets the PPG. What's that? Is that the third power play? It is the third power play goal of the game for your New Jersey Hockey Devils. Jack's 9th at 3:05 of the third period to put the Devils up 5-3. Assist going to Dougie and Jesper Bratt. And this was a hell of a shot, man. He sniped it. Dougie kind of passes there to Jack, and he skates into the face-off circle, and he just puts it home, far side, top shelf. Woo! And look at that. Who was standing in front of the net? You betcha. Stefan Nason, causing traffic. Again, in front, helping out. Not showed up on the score sheet on that one, but he's a force out there making a lot of these power play goals happen. So the Devils, 3 power play goals to go up 5-3, and you're feeling really good, Devils fans. But 22 seconds later, the Red Wings answer back, and it's Tarasenko. Actually, it goes to Hall, but really this was Tarasenko's goal. He created a turnover behind the net with Siegenthaler there. The puck gets moved around, and then Tarasenko, shoots to the front in front of Jacob Markstrom, and he beats Siegenthaler to the front of that net. The shot comes in, and it was a harmless-looking shot that, Markstrom would have gobbled up. But apparently, I thought it went off of Tarasenko, but it goes off of Siegenthaler's skate, I believe, and changes direction once again and gets past Markstrom. And again, another really tough one to try and pin on Jacob Markstrom. I don't believe you can. And Hull gets the goal at 3:27. So yes, 22 seconds later, the Red Wings are now within 1. The Devils take another penalty. Penalty kill comes through. And then Dylan Larkin tries to get a little feisty with our man Jacob Markstrom, gives him a little snow shower, and then a couple shifts later, Markstrom, gloves a puck, and he's got his glove open like this, about to squeeze it, and Larkin takes a chop at it. Well, Brett Pesce doesn't like that very much. And Dylan Larkin, I'm gonna try and stand up to Brett Pesce. Well, that's number 22. But you forgot that number 23 is also on the ice. That would be one Curtis McDermott. And as soon as he skates into that little scrum, Dylan Larkin hightails it out the back and goes right over to the bench. Kind of funny and convenient how that happened. Very, very interesting over there. As soon as Big Mac's presence is felt, everyone just skates away from the other team. And I know there are a lot of Devils fans out there that are, McDermott can't be in the lineup. And that's fine. That's your opinion. And you could argue it with stats and everything like that. My own personal opinion is those little things is what he brings to the table. That looking over the shoulder feeling to know that you can't mess around with this team. And I get it. You got Dylan, you got Kovacevic as well, and another, Nace. You got a bunch of, Paul Cotter. You got a bunch of hard-hitting grinders on this team, but Big Mac is Big Mac. And if he's only playing 6 or 7 minutes a night, when he's out there, the other team knows it. And they know they can't take those liberties. Or else they're gonna hear the Metallica For Whom the Bell Tolls come on, and it ain't gonna be a pretty sight. So you can totally argue and make all the valid points about why maybe you think Big Mac shouldn't be in the lineup. I'm going to argue that the intangible of his size, power, and strength, that's my argument. The fear. He's like friggin' Batman out there. The fear, that he puts into the minds of other players. I think that's definitely worth something. And I thought it was a great move by Sheldon Keefe Richards to make sure that Big Mac was in the lineup tonight. Love it. Brett Pesci, by the way, had a number of blocks again tonight. Devils weren't taking any gruff in front of that net. Markey was just gobbling up. He was gobble Thanksgiving. He was just gobbling up the shots there at the end. Big comeback win for this team. 5-4 victory, and he got multiple players with 2 points. Let me just double check it here. Jesper Bratt, Dougie Hamilton. Did Jack Hughes get an assist, or was that Luke? No, Jack Hughes. Nico Hischier, Timo Meyer. You get a bunch of players with 2 points. All the big scoring names that you want to see on there, all coming through with a multi-point game here. Devils win 5-4, get some revenge over there in Detroit. Shots on goal for the Red Wings, 13-6-9 for a total of 28. Devils 7-17 in the second, and 5 in the third for a total of 29. The Red Wings actually won the face-off battle tonight. They get 33 wins to the Devils 29. Devils 3 for 4 on the power play. Love that. The Red Wings were 1 for 4, although they were kind of 2 for 4 because that one goal they scored just after the power play expired. And I should mention, where the Wings penalty kill is dead last, their power play is actually really good as well. They're top 10 in the league. Devils 30 hits to the Red Wings 19. Only 13 block shots tonight to the Red Wings 26. But still 26 giveaways. Something this team still has got to work on. But a great victory on Black Friday, early afternoon, heading into the first part of a back-to-back here because we know they're playing again tomorrow against Washington. But exacting a little revenge in this game as well against Rasmussen for that hit on Jack Hughes and the Red Wings 5-3 victory from a couple weeks back. So let's hear what you think about it. YouTube and Facebook and X and Instagram as we see Bobby the Woo or Sammy the Woo Heenan here has got his neck brace back on, his UTI. I might need a UTI here brace before tomorrow is done with both of these games. Woo! Hopefully the throat can take it. But Sam Woo, what say you about this game, this big victory?
Thank you, Johnny Danks, for the super chat. Thanks for the football.
Oh, there we go,
guys. Let's go, Devils. See what happens when the neck brace comes on? Everyone feels bad for you.
Yep.
All right, let's start off with McDermott being in the lineup. Okay, there were some storylines before the game. We knew it was going to be physical. They put in McDermott. There are opinions against it, opinions for it. I'm with Scotty. I'm for it, and here's why. Okay? That 6 to 7 minutes that he plays is enough for the opposing team to be aware that there are consequences when you mess with any of the,
Jack Hughes.
Let's say, the pillars of the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about them, Scotty, meaning the Red Wings have to look over their shoulder if McDermott's looking at. But also, Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier and Jesper Bratt, Timo Meyer can kind of not have to look over the shoulder all the time and focus on what they do best. And the results are there. Jack Hughes, power play goal. Okay. Nico Hischier scored tonight, 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Timo Meyer, again, another pillar, power play goal.
Who was a bulldog tonight as well.
Yeah.
He was throwing the physicality out there too.
Yeah. So you saw stuff from Dylan, Kovacevic. They all played physical. Nason getting that tush-push goal unassisted towards the end of the second period. I mean,
Sam Woo's been trying to work in a tush-push football call now for a while. He's just waiting. He texted me. He's like, we may need to make an exception and do the tush-push on Nason. I'm like, oh, no. Dougie only. We got to go Dougie.
Yeah.
But Sam Woo's been waiting for a tush-push call to come here.
Oh yeah, but hey, you know what? Nothing beats throwing the puck into the stands and just saying Detroit sucks city like Jack Hughes did on that football call.
Oh, we should remix the Kiss Detroit Rock City into Detroit Suck City.
Oh,
Detroit
I was actually going to talk to you about do a remix. You know, if we ever have Paul Cotter on, you know, you take Danzig Mother, you know, be like, Cotter!
Tell your kids not to skate his way. He's gonna be.
We got to do a remix. If we get Paul Cotter on, that's his intro. Cotter!
Cotter.
Anyway, so I think the Devils, you cannot underestimate beef. You cannot underestimate that, you know, there's the analytics and then there is the emotion side of the game, the muscle, the physicality. It makes a huge difference. It really does, because it just, you know, the Devils aren't just, they're not going to be pushed around anymore. It's over. Those days are over. Right now they got the right players. They got players that play for each other. They play hard. They're confident. Look, they lost 3-0 to a Blues team that's trying to impress their new coach, Jim Montgomery, who is a heck of a coach. He found a job in 5 days and is able to turn that team around. We were at the game on Wednesday. I had the rich people section seats.
You let everyone know as well. Row 3. We all know row 3. Sam Wu was in row 3. Watch your TV. Watch the replay. And look for Sam Wu behind the goal.
Yeah. And I said to the next person next to me, I said, do you have any Grey Coupon? You know. Anyway.
Do you have any Miller High Life?
Yeah.
The champagne of beers, please.
Yeah. But, seriously, this was a wonderful victory. They did it on the road. Detroit is kind of like in a similar situation like the New Jersey Devils. They went through a rebuild. I think they're about a year behind the Devils in their
Lucas
process.
Raymond looks good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was thinking the same thing, too. It's like Alexander Holtz, like, that draft, the first, like, I don't know, 10 picks, not bad. I mean, but, like, Alexander Holtz, what would you do? But we got Paul Cotter out of it, so who cares?
Yeah.
You know, it's
fine with me.
Bridge. Yeah. I love Paul Cotter because he brings a different element. He's not a first-round, 7th overall kind of pick, but he brings something that the Devils need, and he's young too, Paul Cotter. So I'm okay with it. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm over Alexander Holtz, but
me too.
You know, the beef is there. Defensively, I mean, look, I thought Markstrom just battled throughout the entire night. You got to remember, the Red Wings have a high-octane offense.
Yes,
Very high-octane. Remember who's in charge, Steve Yzerman. He built the Tampa Bay Lightning before he left. He came back to Detroit. He's trying to build another Tampa Bay Lightning kind of team, and they have an amazing, amazing amount of skill. Offense, but right now they're, you know, again, they're progressing. They're going to get there eventually. You know, these two may rekindle their rivalry.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny because Mike Rosenweek said, I think it's Rosenweek, 30 hits makes me proud. I was transported back to the 90s for this game. A tough Detroit bunch and a tough New Jersey team. Yeah, it really did feel like some 90s hockey out there.
Yeah. Sooner or later, we're going to see an octopus out in the ice. Remember that? Remember that?
And we'll counter with chicken tenders. That's right.
Yeah, we'll throw chicken tenders.
The tendies will be on the ice.
Yeah,
that should be our new playoff tradition every time we score.
At least our tradition doesn't smell like a fish market, you know. Anyway.
Well, that's Nashville as well. They got the catfish.
Yeah, that's true.
So, well, both of them stink, to tell you the truth, but whatever.
I'm trying to think.
I'll take some calamari though. I'll eat some calamari.
Yeah, I'll eat calamari. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be at the game tomorrow. I'll be at American Whiskey.
There's a lot of people asking here. I see Art Heaton's going to be down there. Brooks going to be down there. Looks like Tom is going to be down there. I'm trying to skate through some of the comments over here. The Caps won. They beat the Isles as well. And then I think the Flyers beat the Rangers too, right?
I haven't checked the scores.
I got to look at the I'll look at the scores right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, I hate these weekday matinee games. They drive me nuts because I'm out of my routine, Scotty. But a win's
Flyers
a
win.
win.
3-1 over the Rangers.
Well, there you go. There
Mm-hmm.
you go. Now, are the Devils still in first place after this victory?
Somehow or another, I believe they might have jumped back. They did. They jumped back. So they're up by 1 point over Carolina and Washington. Again, the Devils have 3 games in hand here. So Carolina, man, with all the people they lost, how in the holy hell does Rob Brindamore have that team playing so well? I don't know how he does it. I really that was the team I thought was going to take a nosedive this year because they lost. So I mean, look, you got Nason and Pesci right here on the Devils, but they lost a number of other players too, and it's just like nothing happened.
Yeah,
man, Brindamore is a hell of a freaking coach. If they ever let him go, they would not. They would be unwise to do that.
Yeah,
be like Indiana Jones. You chose poorly.
Yeah.
If you ever let Brindamore go down there.
Yeah. Yep. And think about this, Scotty. You're going to play the Capitals tomorrow. That's the last of the series, right, for the rest of the season,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's one of those 5-point games again, Metropolitan Division.
Yep.
Go to the schedule. If you look in December 27th and 28th, home and home against the Carolina Hurricanes. Wow.
That's going to be big.
You're talking tiebreakers. You're talking points. You're talking making actual gains in the standings. There are playoff implications tomorrow and playoff implications on the 27th and 28th of December. This could be epic. And we're not even halfway point of the season. Also, if you look down the schedule, December 2nd at Madison Square Garden, you've got a slumping New York Rangers team looking to jumpstart their season. There's bad blood between the Rangers and Devils, especially with that Rempe issue last season. Will it come back into fruition? The Devils come with a lot of beef this time around. A lot of beef. And I don't think the Rangers are going to push around the Devils right now because, look, Devils are a first-place team right now. The Devils are confident right now. And we still haven't seen their full potential as well as the season progresses. I think Sheldon Keefe's got this team rolling. They're not perfect, but, look, they've proven that they can gut out victories. So, but tomorrow is such a huge game, especially when Alexander Ovechkin is not in the lineup. The Caps are still winning. You got to take this team serious, and you got to establish that home ice presence. No distractions. No more of this pregame ceremony, 500 games, whatever. I get it. Can we do it after the season? Can we have this award in July? Let's concentrate on hockey. None of this marketing BS that distracts the team. That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm excited about tomorrow as well. And I see, like I said, I see a lot of people are going to be down there. So if you are going to the game, hit up American Whiskey before and after. You could go say hello to Frank the Tank and Alejandra and the rest of the crew down there. And, of course, Sam will be there. Right when you get to the bar area, Sam will be there in the corner. I would think Short Sky's going to be there tomorrow too, right? Or maybe.
I don't think so. I think
it's up in the air. It's up in the air right now.
He's on assignment right now, and it's a very good assignment.
Okay. So we'll see. But Sam Woo's going to be there. So go down to American Whiskey, have a few Ant Crew brews before the game and after. And let's celebrate another Devils victory.
I might hit up Chico to see if he can come out because last time he was in Tampa, we ran out of power, remember? He was only on for about 2 minutes. So I should reach out to him, see if he can come out. But, yeah, we'll be at American Whiskey at the corner. I'll have my speaker up so everyone can listen in. And also remember, during the podcast, don't ask me questions like if I can charge my phone and all that kind of. We were getting that the other night, Scotty. So Scotty and I are like looking at can't you see we're doing something? People. Yeah.
Well, they just love you, Sam Wu, so they just want to get all the attention they can with you. And of course, Sam Wu is always available for selfies. He loves doing that.
Yeah,
so
you know what? If
stop him wherever you see him walking and ask him for a selfie.
Yeah, and also if you want a football call for the holidays, you can get a football call through my Cameo as well.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I think I upcharge for that. I think it's $6.
and Din Wiesel will be there as well, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Sam's bodyguard.
Yeah. Him and his pit bull.
So we'll make sure that no one bothers Sam for any phone charging. So we'll make sure Din Wiesel is on it.
Yeah, Din Wiesel will be like, give me that phone. You can charge it later.
Well, come on out tomorrow. It's going to be another fun game. Hopefully another Devils victory. And, the back-to-backs are always tough. But with this win, hopefully they ride that momentum. And they take on this Washington team, like Sam was saying, Ovechkin-less. So let's see if they can take advantage of that. We know the Capitals have somehow still been able to rack up the points. But Devils moving in the right direction. They right the ship after their 3-0 shutout there. And now, right back on track. Let's see if we can get that 4-game win streak. This is one. We've had a couple threes. Let's see if we can get up to that 4-game win streak starting right now. That'll be a nice early Christmas holiday, whatever the hell you might celebrate. We'll say a wonderful season's greetings from your New Jersey Hockey Devils. So let's go 4 in a row, baby. 4 in a row. That's what we're looking for. Tomorrow, number two.
Absolutely. Well,
and everyone who's going down, I want to see you in the background on camera, before and after. Game Day Live and Devils After Dark.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Plus, we'll do the walkout. That was pretty cool. The walkout.
Bring the neck brace so everyone can find you.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I might as well bring a tip jar as well. Win the sympathy. Win the sympathy money. Anyway. Alrighty. Getting out of here. Devils winning 5-4. Till next time, let's go Devils.